You won't believe this. Brooke insists on his innocence, and Professor Callahan reluctantly took on his challenge, though she knows in her heart that she might have more crimes than Brooke. After all, Brooke is quite the money millionaire. She's a famous weight loss blogger on the internet, making a fortune from Nike sponsorships, but with a marriage gap of over 30 years, it makes you wonder if there's any sincerity involved. The jury must determine her actions, but Callahan's attitude seems like reality TV upsetting her. No matter what, she refuses to spill where she was at the time of the incident, leaving the case in a silent sheep situation. However, Al firmly believes in Brooke's innocence. She once attended her yoga class in LA and was totally starstruck. Subtitles. And Al talked about this matter with her friends, all of whom expressed that she's truly an idol. They think men can be like bouncing little rabbits, totally unreliable. Just then, a delivery guy walked in, and his eyes sparkled so familiar. Clearly, he's got a crush on her. Al can't help chuckling at her shy friend while the guy comes over asking for her to sign. Her friend was so shy that she froze, and the guy quickly asked Al to help sign. Honestly, he was as anxious as a cat on a hot. While signing, Al kept raising her eyebrows at her friend as if to say, "Look at this guy. You two are totally meant to be." Al wondered how her friend dealt with guys. The answer stunned her. Their conversations max out at 10 words. Al pointed to her friend in a new direction and let the guy try the store's products to boost their chemistry. Thus, she shared some of her mom's little tricks for attracting guys guaranteed to draw a crowd. Subtitles. She stood at the center, demonstrating the skill and starting to sway from side to side. All right, gently now, just sway a little. Is this how it's done? Well, this swaying feels great. Come on, you got this. Just sway away. You're such a good person. Under Al's influence, more and more women joined this female empowerment game. They didn't care about others' eyes, just wanting themselves and becoming their true selves. Meanwhile, clues about the case were still as elusive as a shadow. If Brooke didn't kill her husband, then who did? Al guessed it could be a rich girl or the ex-wife, but Callahan shot that down in a heartbeat. The little money princess clearly doesn't need cash, and the ex-wife was in Aspen at the time, with witnesses spotting her enjoying herself at a bar. They all had solid alibis, and the professor hoped Brooke wasn't the killer, but they'd need her alibi in court. Suddenly, Al had a light bulb moment. So the next day, she brought Brooke's favorite skincare products to visit. Sisters only share the good stuff, you know. But there's a reason Al's being so nice. She hopes to coax out Brooke's alibi from her. Subtitles. However, when Brooke faced this gentle Al, she had 1,001 things she longed to express. Yet some concerns remain unspoken, stuck in her throat. It's like him using my luck to help Brooke complete a special women's training montage. I know you want to level up. Fantastic. With the assistance of Al, I could've really made a complete fool of myself that day. What? I'm just kidding, right? Oh my god, I totally know I messed up. I'm not your regular woman. I can't lose my reputation again. Al promised to keep her secret, and she stuck to it. Back at the law firm, the professor heard she visited Brooke in jail. She wanted to know the outcome, but Al kept her promise and wouldn't spill. Sisterhood is sacred. Callahan felt this was worthless. The top priority was to solve this murder case, not play house. Just then, the phone rang, and she rushed out to answer it while Walton kept arguing with her. She urged her to reveal the evidence quickly, not to worry about Brooke, and think more about herself. Standing behind her, Vivian said nothing, sensing Walton wasn't as friendly as she imagined. Instead, she liked Al more. That evening, she came to Al's dormitory under the guise of reviewing testimonies, and as she was leaving, she remarked, "I still can't believe you didn't inform Callahan about my statement." "I know. I just thought you were quite, sophisticated, didn't I?" "Of course, thank you." Vivian looked at her, with hostility fading away. They once stood like two opposing icebergs. Now, what took place instead was barely concealed friendliness. She even told Al about Walton's embarrassing moments. And about Callahan's double standards. If a girl carries the coffee, guys should stay out of it. Just thinking of how they were back and forth over this little character, they couldn't help but laugh that night. They buried the hatchet and became good friends. The rich ex-wife is willing to give them a chance for an interview. She's at a spa resort in Aspen. Al volunteered to participate in the interview. The professor worried and sent her assistant Emmett along. Subtitles. They drove all the way to the Aspen resort area, where Emmett expressed his insights. He said Brooke isn't trustworthy and hides a lot of things. Al wanted to defend Brooke but had promised before, so she just slapped Emmett to vent a little first. She took off the cucumber slices off the woman's eyes and explained the purpose of the trip, leaving the woman totally confused. However, she heard Brooke was a loose woman and suspected she had something going on with the poor guy. Al told Emmett that woman was lying because she had an ugly brown hairdo on her head. Emmett said blonde hair might represent power, and she wanted to see how that woman would wield her power to achieve something.